All right, good evening, everybody. We're glad that you're here, and I'm no politician and not much of a public speaker, so you'll have to pardon the rough atmosphere. Plus, we are trying to work it out as we go. But what we're doing tonight is we're going to have a forum for all of these political candidates for the District 7 special election. And they're going to talk to us about how they're going to assist the Department of Corrections. We're specifically talking about the Department of Corrections tonight because if you work for the department or you have people who you love who are working for the department, then you know that it's in crisis. That's not a word that I'm taking lightly. It's absolutely in crisis. It's an environment that's not very safe, and it's due to some things that the legislature has refused to do for us. Well, one of these people is going to be in the legislature in another few weeks. And when that happens, I expect that they're going to make good on the promises that they're going to make us tonight. So that's the whole purpose of why we're here. The election is at April 9th. Yes. April 9th, special election, District 7. I believe that we're going to vote as corrections officers based on what we see and hear here tonight. If you've got specific questions, I'd ask for them to be submitted to me in writing. Nobody sent me any, so we're going to go with the questions that I've prepared, but you're welcome after this is over to go and ask these candidates your questions. Pick up their literature, see how you feel about them, how they answer your questions. The format's going to be pretty simple. We're starting with Jason Schoaf because he drew first out of the hat, and we ask question 1, he'll answer first, and then Mr. Watkins will answer second, and then Ms. Bell will answer third. And then the next question, first we'll go to Mr. Watkins, then Ms. Bell, then Jason. So we're just going to keep rotating through like that so that all of them get a chance to be the first to answer and all of them get a chance to be the last to answer. Next I'm going to introduce Ms. Linda Bell. Linda has been married to her husband Mark for 34 years. They have 3 daughters, 12 grandchildren. She's the president of Florida Right to Life, where she lobbies for the state organization, and the Florida delegate to the National Right to Life Board of Directors, where she serves as chairman of the board. She was appointed by Governor Rick Scott to a 4-year term on the Florida Communities Trust. She's been a Miami-Dade County Commissioner, where she served as the vice chairman of the board. She was previously elected mayor of Homestead, Florida in 2007, making her the first and only woman mayor in the city's 100-year history. She graduated with honors in 2015 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Supervision and Management from Miami-Dade College School of Business. She's won numerous awards for her work, including the Athena Award by the Homestead, Florida City Chamber of Commerce. She has debated many issues for Florida Right to Life, including the authorization for the Choose Life license plate, embryonic stem cell research, euthanasia, and partial birth abortion. She's appeared on local and national television and radio programs. Linda mentors young women and co-teaches an adult Sunday school class with her husband. They attend church at Corinth Baptist in Hosford. Ms. Bell is currently the city manager of Sneads, Florida, where she manages both the town and all hurricane recovery and restoration efforts. Ms. Linda Bell, let's give her a hand. The next candidate in the middle is Mr. Jason Schoaf. Jason was born and raised in Port St. Joe, where he and his wife continue to raise their twins. From a young age, Jason's parents instilled in him the value of hard work, faith, and personal freedom. His first job was piping homes and digging ditches, and he continued to work through high school and college before returning home to start his own business. Jason began his career as a realtor in the local community and was named as one of the top 30 realtors under 30 in 2006 by the National Association of Realtors. He's also been recognized by Tallahassee Magazine as Best Realtor, Best Broker, and Best Brokerage. Jason also served as the vice chairman of the Port of Port St. Joe, where he advocated for local businesses with local and state leaders, gaining valuable insight into the unique issues facing rural communities. Jason is currently vice president in the St. Joe Natural Gas Company, which provides natural gas and propane services to homes and businesses in the region. From an independent realtor to a leader of a large successful company, Jason's experience in the private sector will be crucial to ensuring Florida remains one of the most pro-business states in the nation. Jason has never run for political office before. And then lastly, Mr. Michael, let's give a hand to Jason. Lastly, Mr. Mike Watkins. Mike Watkins was raised in rural North Florida and has worked in the counties of House District 7 for over 27 years. Mike's work experience has been in the area of health and child protective services, working in both the private and government sectors, helping families throughout Florida, including working as a protective investigator with the Department of Children and Families. Mike knows firsthand the devastation that Hurricane Michael and the opioid epidemic has had on our community. In 2018, Mike led the coalition of Florida managing entities to file federal claims against opioid manufacturers to combat the devastating effects of the opioid epidemic. Mike is an 8th-generation Floridian, a lifelong Republican, lives in Panacea in McCulloch County, and has 2 daughters. The one-time stand-up bass player in a family bluegrass gospel band has played at festivals and churches throughout the Panhandle. So with no further ado, we're going to start with questions. The candidates are going to have 3 minutes to respond to each of the first questions, and then I'm pretty sure the last question we allotted for them to have 5 minutes because that's kind of a wrap up. My wife was supposed to be keeping time for me, so I'm going to have to do that myself. Now, when you get close to the 3-minute mark, I'm going to give you a little signal just so that you know to get close to cutting it off. Okay, so question number 1. Why are you running for the Florida House of Representatives? Jason.
Thank you. And I sure do appreciate you putting this on. It does give us an opportunity to talk about something that is not talked about enough. It is something that I've never run for office, never been a politician. In fact, I've always had a poor opinion of most career politicians. There are some really good ones. There are some that do care. But as he said, I was born and raised here in Gulf County, 4th generation. I don't have those